Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons Many Blessings. Dungeons and Dragons right now is just hitting full speed. It is crushing it, right? And what we're going to talk about today is Dungeons and Dragons and Stranger Things Season 4. So Dungeons and Dragons really is just this spectacular engine of superiority within the tabletop role-playing game. It really is leaving everything in its dust. And one of the things that's just kind of shocking is I think a lot of people thought that other games in the industry would start to catch up to D&D, and that's very much not the case. D&D is widening its gap of superiority across the entire industry, and it's getting wins that no one else is even remotely approaching. Let's talk about Stranger Things, okay? So, first of all, Stranger Things is a gigantic advertisement for Dungeons & Dragons sitting out there that just, like, it's so good. It is an advertisement for Dungeons & Dragons that could not be purchased by any tabletop role-playing game in the world, right? So, Stranger Things is the largest show in streaming, bar none, right? There has never been a larger streaming. There has never been a larger success in streaming, right? So a show that was created in the streaming era by a streamer that has gotten more views than Stranger Things, nothing comes close, right? Stranger Things is the number one show in streaming ever, right? I'm not talking about old shows that have been put on to stream. I'm talking, I didn't just adapt to the dark. I was born in the dark, right? Like, not shows that were literally created by streamers, put onto streams, and then put up the numbers, right? Nothing comes close to Stranger Things. It's the largest streaming success in history, okay? By the largest streamer in the world, Netflix. It is the Netflix's flagship, right? And in every single season, Dungeons & Dragons is name-checked. And if anybody, starts the show and is like, this ain't for me, they get hit with D&D right out, literally in the first few seconds, right? It is a massive, outrageously elaborate, wonderful advertisement for Dungeons & Dragons. It has been in Season 1, Season 2, and Season 3. And Season 4 is going to be bigger and better than all the other D&D eras, than all the other D&D advertisement that was done in Season 1, 2, and 3 of the biggest streaming success show in the world. Get this. Listen to this. Season 4 prominently features Dungeons & Dragons again, right? And actually, it looks like there may even be more focus on Dungeons & Dragons in Season 4 than there was in Season 1 and 2. There was a ton of focus in Season 1, right? And get this. Stranger Things, Season 4, cost $30 million an episode. $30 million an episode. Did you hear that? Right? That's a ton of money, right? That means that every single episode of Stranger Things Season 4, right, cost more, which will be featuring Dungeons & Dragons and advertising Dungeons & Dragons, and absolutely no other tabletop game, right? And no other tabletop game in the world has anything like this, right? So not only is it going to cost, so each episode of Stranger Things Season 4 cost more money to produce than Dungeons & Dragons' greatest competitor, Paizo, makes in a single year, right? So we have a show that advertises our tabletop role-playing game, and that show costs more per episode than Dungeons & Dragons' greatest competitor makes in an entire year, right? Paizo put out their numbers for 2020. Actually, I think it was 2019, and they made 25. No, it was. I think it was 20. It was 2020, and they made $25 million. Their entire gross does not equal what a single episode of a show that dramatically advertises Dungeons and Dragons costs. Like, Dungeons and Dragons is just sailing away from its competition, leaving everything in a frothy wake, right? Like, it's incredible. It is absolutely incredible. $30 million an episode, and it looks like it will feature Dungeons and Dragons more prominently than any other season. It's incredible. And no other tabletop role-playing game in the world has anything close, right? The closest there is Tales from the Loop got its own show, and it was, you know how dedicated to tabletop role-playing games I am. I couldn't even finish it. It was so bad, right? Like, just horrible, right? And that's the closest thing there is, right, from any other competitor role-playing game. Incredible, right? Really, really something. I am astounded by these numbers. What do you think that Stranger Things Season 4 will do for Dungeons and Dragons? Love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.